And Václav, as you said, you moved from Czechia to Switzerland. I'm sure that there is like a long and exciting journey, but maybe briefly, what was the reason or why did you actually move to Switzerland?
I'm all the time telling people this is something which I have in my backhand, which I'm going to sell to Hollywood. This is my love story with my Swiss wife, because that was really a romantic, a dramatic thing. And we met in 1986, fell in love 88, and got married 2 days after the fall of the wall in Berlin. So we got married on 11th November 1989. And then the regime collapsed, as the so-called Velvet Revolution started. And I came to Switzerland after spending 41 days with my wife in 3 years. And that was those days when the people have been, you have to sleep in front of the German embassy on the floor to get the visa to Germany. Those days when the Eastern Germans has been fleeing in the West German embassy in Prague, and the Prague was full of Trabants. And we helped the people, brought them, warm water and baby powder and diapers, because they've been 5,000 people stuck in the garden of the Western Germany embassy in Prague. Those days when you could smell the freedom already. So it was amazing. So this is a love story based on the turmoil in Central and Eastern Europe. That would be a good Hollywood movie, because it was really a romantic drama.
Yeah, if anyone is listening out there, reach out to Václav. Interesting topic for book and adaptation afterwards.
I'm a very, very lazy writer. I would write it down. Maybe I do it once with AI, but now I'm too busy with my own business to do it. But it was really great, and we are still happily together now. We have 3 adult daughters. The youngest, Christina, is my business partner in career consulting, and I have already 2 granddaughters. So I'm a very young and very active grandfather.
And to remind us what city you live in Switzerland?
We live in a small city called Esch, which is like 10,000 inhabitants, so basically a village, which is Canton Basel country. And 10 minutes by car, you are in Basel city, which is the capital of the area, on the border of France and Germany, and center of the pharmaceutical industry. And that's the reason I am here, because I got a job offer in 1996 to be a quality assurance head in a startup. And that was the reason we moved here.
And actually, out of curiosity, has it been like your dream or goal to work in this industry since you were young?
No. Funny enough, I ended up with natural sciences by accident. So my parents sent me to a specific grammar school focusing on languages. So I started to learn Russian, English, and German pretty early. So at the age of 14, I spoke Russian, German, and English. But then the communists decided this is all nonsense, these humanistic schools, and they closed all these humanistic high schools. This was the reason I had to start in natural science high school. And chemistry was something I didn't enjoy specifically very much, but I have a good exams. So at the end, when you stand, in front of a choice going for 2 years into military service as an infanterist or studying chemistry, studying chemistry was the smaller evil. So that was the reason I studied chemistry, and we have been a very, very strong class. So people like Jan Konvalinka, the director of Institute of Organic Chemistry and Biochemistry, was my peer. And those people came all the time excited from the lab. We did this and that, and they spent weekends working in the lab. And I spent weekends going home to my hometown Budweis or stuff like that. So I managed somehow to go through the studies, but I was really never a good chemist. So
yeah. And I was actually about to ask you also about the language, because as you moved to Switzerland, but you answered it that you've been studying different languages since you've been young, so it was, I guess, easy for you.
It was pretty easy, because I came to Switzerland at the age of 27 with perfect neat school high German. So, and then it took me like 3 weeks to understand Swiss German, which is pretty easy in St. Gallen, because the dialect is not that difficult in Eastern Switzerland. And after 3 years, people has be starting to asking me if I am Swiss person from Canton Wallis. Because in Canton Wallis, the people talk in a very, very weird way, which means this is like my South Bohemian sing-sang combined with my Eastern dialect of my Swiss wife, made this bastard, and people thought I'm from Canton Wallis. So after 3 years, people thought I'm a Swiss person, which is pretty cool.
Out of curiosity, how many languages do you speak now?
So fluently German, Swiss German, Czech, Slovak. Then pretty good Russian still, because this is something what we have been learning since the 3rd class of the primary school. And some French, some Italian, some Spanish. I can do small talk in Mandarin.
Oh my.
And know some Turkish, some Hindi. I'm a big fan of learning languages, and I'm pretty gifted in that. So, yeah. But I can introduce myself pretty well in Mandarin, but then Chinese think, okay, I can talk perfectly, and they start to talk to me, and I'm completely lost because I don't understand them. Stop, slowly, please. Stop. Yeah.
I was expecting many languages, but it was even more than I thought. So I think actually something, because I used to like studying languages as well. What's like your favorite way, or how do you learn languages so easily?
I am the classic mosaic learner, and I don't like grammar. So if you push me to learn grammatics first, I'm lost. I hate this completely. I was never able to do it properly in German, but I was talking so much that I felt it, what is the right way in the end. So, and this is the reason why I like Mandarin that much, because Mandarin is straightforward, everything in infinitive, genitive. There is no declination, conjugation, nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like a beats on the line. And it's so, if you say, for example, I love to drink French red wine, the Chinese says organized country, which is France, organization country,
Oh, I see.
red Hong, Putao are grapes, Xiao is alcohol, very good drink. So that's the way you say, I love to drink Chinese wine. So organization country, grapes, alcohol, red grapes, alcohol, very good drink. And this is very, very easy. So from this, Chinese looks very, very difficult if you look at it for the first time. But if you have the ability to hear the tone differences and be able to reproduce them, then it's easier than you think. Writing is a different story, but talking and understanding is not that difficult. But if it comes to, for example, to Cantonese, when they have 8 tones, I don't hear anything. I'm lost completely. But the 4 of Mandarin, I can do pretty well.